Aloha, everybody. This is Matt Sumstein. It's 2026. We're in the girls' flag football season. This is my sixth coaches and officials video, but overall my 10th video that the officials will be able to see. Hopefully you share it. We all learn something together from some of these instances, and we're able to better the game for it. We're going to start with something new, play zero. This is the coin toss. Just want to talk about mechanics a little bit. We've got the two wing officials. They've brought the speaking captains and the rest of the captains out. Wing officials, you're responsible for introducing the speaking captain to the white hat. The white hat will then tell the players to shake hands, introduce themselves to each other. And then what we want to do is we want to separate them a little bit so we have some working room. Look at these yellow lines. We want some space there so that when we toss the coin, we're not hitting players. It has a little room to roll. And then when we have to go pick up the coin after the toss is over, we're not crowded, getting in there shoulder to shoulder. So just spread them out a little bit. Give yourself some space. Also, once the selection is chosen, instead of giving the receive signal, because we don't have free kicks in flag football, just point a first down direction, because that's what we're going to give them. We're going to give them a first down back on their 14-yard line. Just move to the direction of where your back was facing, and we can start the game. Play number one, we had an illegal forward pass that was not called, and we also had an unnecessary roughness or illegal contact personal foul against the defense. So I'm just going to let it run through real quick here, full speed. Then we're going to go back to it and look at it again. But you can see the diving tackle almost. Anyway, here's our line of scrimmage. So the passer goes beyond what is field marked as the 24, flips a forward pass from that spot, which is field marked the 28, and the ball is first touched or caught just near the 30 or the 31 as the field is marked. So that's an illegal forward pass, spot foul from the spot of the pass. Then we've got a runner breaking completely free, all out in front. The only way to get the flag is to dive for it, but this dive results in a tackle. This is a personal foul for illegal contact. It is also severe enough to consider an accumulative foul, or as they say in basketball, flagrant one, but we're going to get into those concepts later. But if you have a foul like this and you say it's not enough to throw the girl out for this single act, but boy, it's showing some character, you can put the coach and the player on notice. If a foul like this happens again from this player, it will result in a disqualification. Had they enforced both of these fouls, it would have been a simple offset. They only had the personal foul. They marked it off from the 10 to the 5, and it was a first down. And I never thought I'd really say this, but if this is the only foul, this might be one you consider awarding a score on because she was completely free. It was a foul, the only reason that she was taken to the ground. No one ever pulled a flag. Just something to consider. This is the very next play, so it's first and goal from the 1, and you can see that when this play gets started, they're going to do a side snap to that slot receiver on the left of the center. It's legal because that player was 2 yards back at the time of the snap, even though she took a step forward during the snap, which put her tighter than 2 yards. If you're there at 2 when the snap occurs, you're legal even if you move forward. Now the next thing is, was this an illegal forward pass? Now she has her right foot beyond the line of scrimmage. She does release the ball, so if it's forward, it would be illegal. But the question here, is it forward? And the receiver who caught it was right there at about the same line. So I think you could call this a lateral pass, but we sure would like to see our wing officials punch on these. And the very next play is second down, I believe, from the 3-yard line. We're going to run a quick out pass to the right-hand side. And I just want to talk about mechanics. Our line judge is already supposed to be at the goal line. Get on the radio, tell the head line judge you've got both lines. That way we have the goal line covered. You can see our back judge on the end line, but our line judge does not get to the goal line, does not start there, doesn't even get there. So we would like to manage our mechanics, make sure we're talking on the radio when we're in goal line situations so that we can make sure that we're in the right place at the right time so that we can make the right call. Play number 4, we're talking about the near wing mechanics. And this is a snap, and the wing mechanic starts to move downfield. This is not what we want you doing. We don't move unless we have a reason to move. So we're going to go back and look at this play again. And you can see that at the snap, there's a little bit moving forward, then tries to retreat a little bit. And we've got a runner who's coming right at us. So we do want to get behind that runner so that we can work it from the back forward so we can manage our sideline and keep at least a 5 to 8 yard spread so that you can see if maybe, oh, this knee went down. The further back you are, the more you'll able to see because you're not tunnel visioning anything. Also, there is a hold here that isn't called, probably again because we're moving forward and backward and don't have the proper spacing. So let's just make sure we get our mechanics down. Play number 5, we're going to talk about the back judge for a minute. And this happens more frequently than we'd like to think. But we want to keep our back judges out of the side zones. Work between those hash marks if you have them. And if you don't, work within the goalpost or a general area of that. What we don't want is our back judge to get into that side zone and potentially have a player cut back on us. And then we're caught retreating and backing into something that we don't want to be in. You can also see the back judge was moving forward, then had to adjust by that yellow line. Instead, just use the red line and continue to back up, continue to fade, so you can manage the play with a wider view. Play number 6, the offense scores a touchdown here, and there is a holding called against the defense. So you can see that the runner turns the corner, somebody grabs her shirt or holds her up, pulls her. That's a flag dropped for holding on the defense, and we have a score. Well, this is NFHS, so that penalty does not go away, and there are options. The options are you can go for 1 from the 1.5, you can go for 2 from the 5, or you can put that yardage on the next series, which would move the ball from the 14 to the 9. One of those options they're probably going to take. You can see on the try they didn't enforce it. We come back to the next series, the ball's on the 14, so it didn't get enforced. So let's just remind each other that on simple, non-change of possession touchdowns, if there's a defensive penalty, it's going to carry over. Play number 7 is illegal contact against the defense, and this does fall into the personal foul category. So you've got 2 blockers set up. They come down, they establish position, and then the defender tries to push through them. Once the blockers establish a position, they're allowed to hold or retreat, and the defense is not permitted to contact and try to work through that block. This is basically a stationary or a slightly backward moving wedge, which is legal, so the defense is not allowed to try to penetrate that wedge by making contact as she does in this instance. Just to note, this was a foul that occurred during the running portion of the play, and since that is the case against the defense, we're going to go ahead and tack it on from the end of the run. Play number 8 is a pretty common type of trip, and that's when a runner has a straight line advantage and a defender slides in front of her and sticks that lead leg between the legs of the runner, creating contact with the legs, resulting in a trip, and in this case, and in most cases, a fall. So you can see the defender in the black. She comes in and she just sticks that right leg in between the legs of the runner, creating contact, bringing the runner to the ground. There's a personal foul for a trip, and we also tack this on and includes an automatic first down. This also may be one that you want to tell the coach, hey, if that conduct continues and we see it again, we'll be disqualifying this girl. Play number 9, we're going right back to the back judge. We've got a long run down the near sideline, and I have to compliment the back judge here. They stayed out of the side zone. Remember we talked about runners potentially cutting back in like they do here. If you're in that side zone, you can get caught in the mess. You can see there's 6 girls chasing that one runner. Everything looked great, except what we'd like to see at the end is for the back judge to turn to the scoring players, make sure there's no hanky-panky going on. Like I already mentioned, there's 6 defenders chasing her into the end zone. So we want to make sure that nothing crazy is going to happen after this. So instead of turning and facing the press box with your touchdown signal, turn and face all of those players just to make sure that they're clear. Play number 10, this is going to be a real quick one. It's restricted area. The play is about to happen. We've got a coach right on our sideline with us. I've mentioned this multiple times. We will not tolerate this when we get into playoffs and state tournaments, so please start enforcing this strictly now. Play number 11, another real quick one. This is a punt that is muffed, touched at one line, lands at another line. The question often comes up, where do we put the ball? You put the ball where the ball touched the ground. The only exception is a forward fumble out of bounds, but any other time that the ball touches the ground, that's where you put it, unless it's an incomplete forward pass. Play number 12 is a backward pass beyond the line of scrimmage, and all backward passes are legal at any time, anywhere on the field. The only thing I would like to see mechanically whenever we see a pass beyond the line of scrimmage and many times in the backfield, if there's a question, give us a punch direction so that everybody knows what you're ruling as far as the direction of that pass. This is another play, illegal forward pass beyond the line of scrimmage. You can see we snapped at the marked 40. The ball is passed beyond the 40 and then caught. This was not picked up, and we're in a really good position to see it. Again, let's talk about coaches crowding that restricted area. But coming back to this, you can see she's 1 yard beyond the line of scrimmage. The ball's released at the marked 39, first touched at the marked 37. Either one of our wing officials should be able to see and call this. The enforcement is 5 yards from the spot of the foul and a loss of down. And again, we will highlight coaches who are in the way of players and officials in the restricted area. Play 14, we're talking about an illegal block by the offense in the backfield. And you can see that the rusher turns the corner, picks a direction, and the offense slides to the left, creating contact because the rusher was already committed to going outside and clear of that, and the blocker just slides left right into her path, creating that contact. That's an illegal block against the offense. Next play is, what do we do with the clock after a punt? Well, a punt is a simple change of possession, so I just want to remind everyone that if we have a punt, that is a change of possession. It's dead right there. We stop the clock. We do not start the clock until the next snap. You can see that the referee is coming out of this with a wind. Timers get on your radio. Just remind the referee we're going on the snap. We haven't seen a lot of pass interference plays in this league, but we have one here. So the receiver at the high left side of the formation going downfield, the defender is there, is not playing the ball, turns, puts her left arm on the right arm of the receiver and pulls that arm back through the arrival of the ball. That is considered an arm grab and restrict and is pass interference. The penalty for that, because this is not an illegal contact foul, it's more of a holding foul that turns into DPI, is 10 yards from the previous spot. Play number 17 is a backward pass that then hits the ground, and we do see an incomplete signal from the headline judge at the top of the screen, and this is an incorrect mechanic, and here's why. In a normal time, first and second quarter outside of 2, it's not going to matter because the clock's going to continue to run. But if we're under 2, a backward pass that hits the ground does not stop the clock, and that's why an incomplete signal is not the correct signal for this play. Okay, gang, that's all I've got for you. Hopefully it helps you to progress and improve and move forward, and we will see you on the field.